traumatic brain injury. So first I will discuss that is TBI, traumatic brain injury. Basically এটা mainly সাধারণত head injury. So today I'll discuss about the traumatic brain injury. Actually, the first I'll discuss the major causes of traumatic brain injury. So causes basically that is the road traffic accident, RTA. Causes basically that is fall, battle, ground, civilian violence, industrial working, civilian violence, industrial work, etc. So these are the major causes of the traumatic brain injury. Now the clinical findings. Bleeding from the injured part, swelling, nausea. Why swelling? Because when there is some injury, there is some tissue reaction, fluid accumulation, that is swelling, and that is nausea and vomiting. Altered sensorium, that is maybe altered sensorium and nausea vomiting due to the intracranial pressure rising, that is CSF rising, or intracranial pressure rising. Now finally blood or CSF rhinorrhea, otorrhea, blood or CSF otorrhea. Black and eye, black and eye. So these are the major clinical findings, and obviously pain. These are the major clinical findings in case of the traumatic brain injury. The first investigation basically CT scan of the non-contrast, CT scan of brain, most important sorry, because CT scan of the brain non-contrast and it detects the presence of the blood. So blood detection, blood or hemorrhage detection. And we can do X-ray of cervical spine, X-ray of C-spine to detect the fracture in the cervical vertebra, and finally we can do X-ray of chest in case of the possibility of the hemorrhage, in case of the into the chest cavity, or in case of the fracture of the ribs or clavicle. In case of the chest cavity, this is the minimal. This is the preliminary these are the preliminary basically investigations, and you can do initial management. That is the initial stabilization by following the simple rules. A, that is airway. B, that is breathing. B, that is breathing. C, that is circulation. D, that is disability. And D, that is exposure. Before doing all this, but always remember, first stabilize the neck. Stabilize the C-spine, because every accident must have the possibility, major possibility of the fracture of the C-spine. So that's why if you don't stabilize the cervical vertebra or cervical spine, then it may further injury your patient's brain, and the maximum chance of the death of your patient is very higher. So first do these steps. You have to maintain the airway, you have to maintain the breathing. If there be any circulatory problem like the hypotension, like the distended neck pain, like the hemorrhagic shock, so you have to stabilize the patient, and you have to assess the neurological disability of the patient by pupil reflex, by any movement of the limbs, and you have to expose your patient body's part thoroughly to identify any lesion, previous injury or previous surgical site, etc. After stabilizing this, you must do one more thing. In case of the investigation, you can do lumbar puncture. But remember, lumbar puncture is totally contraindicated in case of the ICP rise, intracranial pressure rise. So in that case, your brain may be herniated and the patient may die. So before lumbar puncture, always assess that your patient's intracranial pressure is optimal. Otherwise, you should not do lumbar puncture. Rather than you can do the CT, and from your CT you can get a clear idea of the intracranial pressure by looking at the ventricular dilatation. Next, follow another investigation. The most important investigation is the GCS score. That is very quick scoring system, Glasgow Coma Scale, and it is mainly used for the traumatic brain injury. And in the next video, I will be discussing about the GCS scoring. Management. Basically, oxygen, mannitol, or glucocorticoid, craniectomy, barrel surgery, Basically, these two operative procedures are basically done. To operative craniectomy, barrow surgery. Basically, these two operative procedures are basically done to evacuate the blood clots, because in case of the traumatic brain injury, there are the maximum possibility of the hematoma formation in the epidural hematoma, subdural hematoma, intraparenchymal hematoma. So basically you have to stabilize, you have to remove the hematoma formation and hematoma expansion to save your patient's life. Thank you very much. We will be discussing later in this video about the GCS scale or Glasgow Coma scale. Thank you.